Aloha and welcome back. So apparently, TikTok had some audio issues. So we're going to refer to this gentleman who continues to think I'm uneducated and continues to think that Kanaka don't have a chance at winning their lands. I'm here to tell you that you do. Okay? So we go stand on business today. So what I was showing, this orange number is a TMK. This is a parcel history from the tax map key office. Okay. This is all the heirs. Okay. You see the Kalaulis. So this guy right here, let's see, John Kalauli. So that's my papa. Okay. So our last name is actually Kalauli, but Hawaiians were getting scared because the name Uli means to darken. So we darkened the sun. It's an eclipse. So we changed our last name's pronunciation to Kalauli. So I will refer to myself as Kalauli or Kalauli, depending on my mood. So again, official document, tax map key. My family owns 39 acres. Right here it says, portion of Royal Patent 3166. Okay. Now, we're going to go to another official document. This is called a Territory of Hawaii Field Book. If you notice the date, it goes back to 1943. Kalauli Ka'ava Estate, because our royal patents are lifetime estates. On this side, it says the patent. Do you see that? 871103. 871103. This is from 2017, by the way, and we still own it. 871103. Okay. Then it says right here, it's undivided, 102 acres. Over here, it says it's 39 acres. And I'll show you what happened to the rest of it. They took it, assigned this tax map key, see it? And they gave it to these people. And here's the portion of Royal Patent 6609.1, that's a Apana 3166. Land Commission Award 10293. Okay, you see that? 47 acres they get. Why would a patent be in his and mine? Because they portioned it out. They decided to divide our undivided interest, okay? Our undivided interest, and manipulate our royal patent lands and commit fraud and make money off of it. So if you think that our yellow signs mean nothing, you better read the yellow signs, because it's all going to come with paperwork that this is in the state of Hawaii's tax map key office in each county. So this is in Kona, okay? My family has 63 ahupua'a that they managed. So we have lots and lots of land. Now, saying that, Trump is going to be able to battle a royal patent. That's interesting because, one, he's not a judge, he's not a jury, he's not a lawyer, he's a businessman. And you know, when businessmen like him who are in real estate, when they see a clouded title like this, they run because it's a bad investment. Because when the yellow sign goes up, they lose their investment. So I am so sorry, Po'ehaole, that you are not aware of the rules and the bylaws of Hawaii and the Kanaka Maoli and the Kanaka Uiwi that traverse these lands. You cannot take away our genealogy, our koko. That's racist. So maybe instead of claiming we're uneducated, maybe you guys should serve out your reparations and acknowledge you do not belong here. Thank you and mahalo. Have a great day.
Aloha, kia moku kapu from Lahaina once again. I'm going to stem off of the affidavit once more. That the affidavit, once you put out this and once you get it notarized through a regular public notary, mine went to the bank, and that finalizes your affidavit. You want to pursue it another step forward, you file it in the State of Hawaii Bureau of Conveyance. So submitting this in the Bureau of Conveyance, they'll look at it. There's a cost to it. I think $40 something if it's within like 20 something pages. There's a reminder out there that if people are filing affidavits, that if you go 51 pages, they're going to charge you double. So I encourage everybody to stay under 50 pages. Don't go 51. Once they look at your document and everything is clear, clean cut, you got to make sure that, you know, the spaces is all in the right place. Then they'll stamp it and they'll give you a docket number. Once they give you the docket number, then you're somebody. You're alive. You're part of the kupuna that was awarded property during the time of the Mahele back in 1843, 1848. So this document shows that you have possibly an undivided interest of lands that was awarded during the time of the Mahele or during the time of the Crown. And this is your pursuit to redemption. And once the document is formed and finished, this is your title to go home. And this is all you need. It's to challenge the validity of somebody who claims to own 100% interest of the property that it was awarded to your kupuna. So it's to literally go in and challenge the validity to the palapala. So once it's stamped, this is your title to go home, and this is your title to challenge. One of the things that I encourage a lot of people to is once you get this done, then the next step would be is to file, put together your sign. So the sign clearly shows, and I'm using liquor as an example to this, and it's separate from my affidavit for clarity. But liquor has two apanas, apana 1 and apana 2. And it says private property, no trespassing, Land Commission Award 9583, Royal Patent 2746, heirs to liquor, subject heir to KHPA. So I'm bringing up the governing body at that time, the constitutional monarchy on the Ko Hawaii Paya Aina. Yeah. What I also put on the sign is this word, Wakoe Kekuliana Nakanaka. And that literally means preserving the rights of the native tenant. Okay, Wakoe Kekuliana Nakanaka. So a lot of laws that was implemented for Native Hawaiians, especially Kuleana that had lands, a lot of things they talk about in the so-called book, Uakoike Kuleana, is all those little rights that you have. So Uakoike Kuleana Nakanaka, reserving the rights of native tenants, integrating Kuleana rights and land trust priorities in Hawaii. This was done by Jocelyn Borovoy, which came from Harvard and all these colleges in the mainland, on researching native tenants rights, Kuleana rights, you know, all these kinds of rights out there, and just kind of condensing it down as pertaining to where our rights are when we start pursuing our interest to going home. Okay, so it says rights of reasonable access, early access cases after the enacted of Hawaii, revised statutes, section 7-1. So 7-1 is Native Hawaiians' rights to gather, Mauka and Makai, that those rights are not to be obstructed for Native Hawaiians who want to go and gather la'ola pa'ao for medicine, even as far as going to the Mauka areas and gathering timber for building their houses. They have the right to do that. Vehicular access rights, rights of agricultural uses, cultivation of crops, grazing, gathering rights in the Ahupua, rights of single-family dwelling, you know, all these kinds of things. The pursuit of going home, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is all you need. The research and a lot of things that you're going to have to do after is understanding where you stand and what protects your rights as on Kuleana. and that the state as well as the county through 343 and the state through the constitutional law, Article 12, Section 7, and you have the Hawaii Revised Statute 7-1, Native Tenant Gathering Rights, 1-1, HRS 1-1, that the department or agency such as DLNA has to make sure that Native Hawaiian rights are not being infringed upon. All those things are all in here. You would have to understand it and know how to MacGyver this thing when you start pursuing the property on where you want to go. Now, if all of a sudden there's an obstruction of a gate, then there might be some troubling a little bit. But to find that you have an ingress-egress right, so all Mauka and Makai is Shu'uakoike Kuliana Nakanaka. Once you understand the laws of the native tenants, then all these kinds of things is really simple, yeah, for your pursuit in going home. This is kind of a flag to say that this sign is going exactly on the property of what you're searching for or what you're seeking for. This answers for itself that you have ultimate rights that fall upon Kuleanas just by placing the sign. Once the sign is up, then you even more challenging the validity of their title physically, because you're now on the property physically, and this is the pala that you need to follow up just in case they want to file something against you claiming that they own an interest, that this would be the pala that you would be sitting in submitting in as an argument to your case. Okay, once everything is done, once you post your sign on top, I encourage a lot of people, don't just put a sign, you got a noho on the area, which means time for go home. Get on the area and where you're going to post a sign, knowing that you have the backing of your kupuna by way of an affidavit filed in the Bureau of Conveyance, that anybody that is lawfully binding can also go into the Bureau of Conveyance and pull the document, but they would have to pay for it. Once they pull a document, and if they want to challenge, the first thing that a lot of people that want to challenge is to try to figure out where is the break in title. Now, when they start going through your information to figure out where is the break in title, there is no break in relationship to this, because it shows certified documents from you all the way to the mahele and all the way to the land commission award that was awarded to the kupuna. The person that is occupying the lands would have to show without a reason of a doubt that there is a change in title. Yeah, and where somebody in the family would transfer the interest over, and that would validate them. What we've seen most times in the past is title is being acquired in Hawaii through ways of a warranty title deed or a quitclaim. And all these boil down to title insurance. Now, if people claiming that they had the property that was signed over legally, then why they gotta buy title and insurance? Why all of a sudden they have to pursue saying that they're going to pay, or the researcher like Title Guarantee is going to tell the person pursuing the property, saying that I'll do a title search on this, and it'll cost you $1,000. Yeah, title warranty to show that they have an interest. Once they come up with something like this, now they got to do their homework, not up to the title guarantee, but they would have to go all the way from the time of the title that was created to find out where the break and chain is. And yeah, that would be the process to finding redemption for everyone pursuing to find out whether or not their Kuleana lands are still intact.
Aloha and welcome back to 1 Minute with a Kanaka. We're going to talk about this particular sign right here. I love that. Kapu private property. LCA number 10456, Royal Patent number 3016. So this particular sign is just basically giving you notice. The heirs of Nahuina are telling you that they have returned to their lands. They are now going to Malama their lands, and they are residents of that area, and you need to stay off private property. So whenever I talk about Kanaka getting their land back, these are some of the examples of what I'm talking about. And I just want to reiterate to anybody who decides to move to Hawaii, you better double check when you buy land over here and you guys want to say, oh yeah, about paradise, la 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 la. You better make sure that title insurance gonna pay out, because if the heir that's on your survey that says Royal Patent Number and the Hawaiian last name, if they decide to come to your aina and make a sign like this and tell you that they're back, I don't know who's going to pay for your house. And I am not saying that you're right or they're wrong or whoever. I'm just saying do your research. A lot of people move to Hawaii, they don't do their research. And then when situations come up like this, they blame the heirs that it's their fault. Like, oh, you guys are kicking us off our land and da 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 da. It wasn't your land to begin with, honey boo boo. You need to go back to that realtor that sold you the land or that broker that sold you the land. Better yet, go back to the state of Hawaii and you should tell them stop allowing people to purchase lands that cannot be purchased. And you guys are all leasehold grantors. So if you guys was wondering, you guys do not have a Lodio title to your homes. Have a great day. Welcome to Hawaii's real estate market, the most fraudulent market on the planet.
Hawaii is not America. America, the Republic, is not U.S. corporation. All nations are corporations. Corporations are portfolio assets within the larger corporation called a nation or a country. And so a citizen or a subject is chattel, just as an employee is another word for slave in modern times within a corporation. Layers and layers of that. Hiding self-governed sovereignty with full ecclesiastical state and birthrights therein. Just making it clear, because many people don't know about the layers of UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, Maritime Admiralty Law, and treaties are just contracts. And global peace treaty is actual and factual humanitarian law, not some book written by some guy, because we're talking about contracts, all of it.
Oh, there goes